This week on Taste Utah, we're back in downtown Salt Lake City, where restaurant and food culture champions Tyler Stokes and Michael McHenry have been setting the bar for decades. They've been hustling, each on their own parallel path for years, until one fateful day, worlds collided and this dream team joined forces. Ginger Street was born, and as they say, the rest is a foodie fairy tale. Finally, we head to University Avenue in Provo and one of Utah County's finest farm-to-table restaurants, Communal. They've been leading the charge in reinventing downtown Provo's dining options for a decade, and the menu has always been inspired by a love of community and centered around simple, fresh, and local ingredients. Though COVID created some shifts to their famous Communal table, with Brooklyn-born chef Matt Eckelman at the helm, he's curating a menu centered around shared plates, dining with loved ones, and crafting your own culinary adventures.
Taste Utah is more than your typical food show. It's about local flavor, from roots through authentically Utah restaurants. It's the people and the places that make Utah a dining destination. There's so much soil and earth to uncover and still so many great Utah restaurants to savor. We bring you the stories and we spread the love. The best thing about Utah, the views along the way, they're not bad either. We're not afraid to get our hands just a little dirty. Food is a necessity. It's how we create it and share it and experience it together that truly shapes our community. Whether you're choosing to dine in our dining rooms, order to go, or get delivery, you always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah?
It feels so good to be in downtown Salt Lake City, and I'm taking you this week to Ginger Street. Ginger Street is the brainchild and collaboration of Michael McHenry and chef Tyler Stokes. They're introducing our palates to hawker-style Asian cuisine. Are you ready to go get a little flavor of Asia? Let's do this. Hi, Tyler.
Hey, Katy. Great to see you. Welcome to Ginger Street.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to just be able to sit down with you and talk about all things Ginger Street.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you. Michael's got a table of food ready for us, so let's head on over.
All right, awesome. Lead the way, my friend. Michael, it's so good to see you.
Always.
I mean, Ginger Street, it feels like just yesterday that we were here and introducing you, and it was like your opening month, and now look at you.
It most definitely feels like yesterday that we just opened, because we're always progressing. Like, it's always something new.
And it's kind of like the dream team. We've got, co-ownership here. We've got Tyler, your sophisticated culinary background. Michael is just amazing with brands, and it's like the perfect match.
As a culinarian, Tyler gets the details, and he most definitely understands flavor profiles, sourcing, and textures, but he also gets the universal experience. Yes. He understands the importance of getting everything right, and that's such a fun opportunity for us to be able to work and collaborate on brand as well as experience together, because that's what we expect to do, is bring the most furthering dining experience to the neighborhoods that we love. And I mean, what do we love more than Salt Lake City?
Tell us what we've got on the table.
Yeah, Tyler, go for it.
So we've got our red curry, which is one of our classics.
Nice.
Lots of Thai basil, chilies. Red curry is pretty high on the spice meter, so be careful with that one.
Gorgeous.
Crispy fresh duck rolls, which is one of our signature dishes, one of my favorite dishes here.
Yes.
That spring roll wrapped inside of a summer roll, hot, cold, crunchy, soft. The shrimp dumplings over there, which are another one of my favorites. Our famous drunken noodles. So we do that with a really prime pastrami.
Yeah.
And Thai basil, veggies, big thick noodles.
As we were collaborating over this new menu, our whole mindset was, we love what we do, but how can we do it differently? How can we further it and really become the city's hotspot? Like the city's hotspot go-to for dinner. So we're actually gonna be evolving the dining room, changing some of the furniture, working on new table settings, just based off of making that dining experience, especially for dinner, a 90-minute dining experience. Come in, eat through the menu, share, obviously small plate to entree, and then as you can see, our focus on beverage as well.
Yes, talk to us about the beverages, because the beers, the sake, it's all very authentic as well.
When we put together the beverage list, we wanted it to complement the food that we're serving. Southeast Asian food is not always the easiest, spicy food. So we go with natural wines on the wines that we do. Easy drinking, low in tannins,
Love it.
fresh, bright, meant to be drank young, which is perfect for this type of cuisine.
Yeah.
Southeast Asian beer, so Qingdao, Singha, a couple of our favorites.
What kind of style of beers are those?
So
Are
it's a
those
very light
pilsners or-
lager.
Okay, lager,
and,
nice.
which is just really with this type of food,
Perfect
the
for
lighter
spice.
the better.
Yeah, perfect for
I mean,
spice.
if you come in
said.
and get our chicken sandwich and you want to drink a triple IPA from Templin, then that's
Yeah.
fantastic. We have that here as well. So we have some local
Drop the local
breweries.
craft
Yeah, there we
brewers. I
go.
love it.
And then we just stumbled upon this local sake that was released this
great.
year in Utah from a local female
Yeah, it's
producer
beautiful.
Yeah.
who distills that in Utah from organic California cow rose rice. And she's got a couple different varieties and does a fantastic job. This Daijingo is her premium sake, and we've really enjoyed it here.
How fun is it that Utah's sort of distillery culture is elevating their game as well, where you can get really fabulous local spirits and honestly like some of the best in the region and sometimes even in like the country.
Yeah, we got High West,
question,
which is a national brand.
Denton
and
Brick that supports us
Denton
big
Brick
time.
is moving
Yeah.
out. We also
Yeah.
have great cocktails on that note
Nice.
that are very geared toward this type of cuisine.
Which is
So-
also interesting. We, quote unquote, like our version of a Utah happy hour, but
Yeah.
having the bar top open for those kind
Yeah.
of early, early work, early leave, 5 p.m. Come in,
Yeah.
grab some dumplings, sit at the bar top, engage with our chefs. We incorporate the bar as very much like our chef's table.
And we'll have to say it really is obvious in everything you do, and we talk a lot about this a lot on the show, that there's an intention in every inch of a restaurant. But every restaurateur, every chef who truly loves what they do, they put their heart and soul into it and their passion, and this is a reflection of you in one way or another. So everything that you see, everything that you touch and taste and feel and experience, it's intentionally meant for you, and hopefully you don't notice all of the finer details because you're not meant to. You're just meant to come in and feel that intention.
These are a reflection of our own personalities, our interests. You look around and you see band posters and unique moments through like our adolescence and others that inspired us in this space that we share with our community. Whether you know who we are, you're coming in to a great travel, or you're visiting Salt Lake for the first time, this has a bit of our personality in everything that we do.
Tyler, you know that I have to get back in the kitchen. I would love for you to show me a dish if you'd be up for it.
Looking forward to it. Love
And
it. Yeah.
before that, I just say cheers to both of you, and thanks for your time and
cheers.
just being amazing.
Yeah, likewise.
Tyler, so what are you gonna make for us?
So today we're going to do our seafood Cow Soy.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite dishes here. And Cow Soy is basically a curry noodle soup
Okay.
from northern Thailand.
A little oil goes down.
Take
in
a little
the
bit of
pan.
oil, some garlic and ginger,
Okay.
which, more garlic and ginger. We use it in pretty much everything.
And you can't get enough of it. Like, that's one of my favorite flavors.
Yeah, it's just a
Combinations.
staple.
Yeah. You got red onions, you got
Red onions,
pepper.
bell peppers. You can really use whatever veggies you want, kind
Nice.
of whatever's in season and what you feel like using. These are classics that we use in a ton of stuff here.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of salt to everything.
Nice.
Then we got these wild shrimp that we're using.
Okay.
Then some bay scallops today.
Just some nice, simple bay scallops. It's a nice little seafood medley.
Yep, sometimes we'll put some cod or some salmon, halibut, whatever's in there.
Yeah.
Always let the veggies cook most of the way through before we put the seafood in, so that by the
Smart.
time the broth is hot and boiling, the seafood's cooked perfectly. We have these beautiful egg noodles that we cooked off earlier. They're just going to reheat. And you can also use, for our gluten-free vegan Cow Soy, we use rice noodles.
Oh, very cool.
So you can switch out also whatever noodles
I think
you
it's
would like.
really nice for people to know that there's accommodations in that regard, because sometimes I think people come into a restaurant, they feel shy, but they have, they need some kind of dietary accommodation.
Yeah,
It's really
100%.
wonderful that you have those different layers and levels for them.
And also, a lot of our food just naturally comes that way. We have a lot of vegan dishes.
Yeah.
Our pad thai is vegan and gluten-free because of the rice noodles and just the
Yeah.
way that it automatically comes. So we'll flip the seafood over.
Nice little flip.
This is the finished Cow Soy broth.
That looks amazing.
We're gonna put an 8-ounce ladle of that in.
Yum.
We're gonna add a little bit more dashi.
Okay. Dashi makes it a little brothy.
We'll add some broccoli in at that point,
Nice.
as well as Thai basil.
Beautiful.
We put a lot of Thai basil in everything.
I mean, why wouldn't you? It's like one of the best herbs, I think.
Oh, absolutely. So we got our bowl.
Gorgeous.
We're We're gonna drain those noodles. And the thing with Cow Soy, it's just such a unique dish here. Not a lot of places do it.
I've never even
It's
heard of
been
it,
one of my
honestly.
favorite dishes. I have to go to LA or Portland.
Yeah.
Just not a lot of places do it. So, all right, I think we're good there.
Okay.
We're gonna go over
Pouring
the
it in.
noodles.
Gorgeous. I love that big bowl too. It's like the perfect vessel.
It's a great bowl. This is a great dish for sharing.
Yeah.
And then with the Cow Soy, this is only it's half garnished, which is another thing I love about this dish.
Okay.
So we got some egg noodles that we've fried up and seasoned with a little bit of salt and
nice
pepper that go
little
on.
texture.
So you
Love
get the
that.
double texture. We do more red onion,
Beautiful raw.
more crunch,
Yeah.
big hit of cilantro.
Oh. I mean, these flavors.
And then we always throw a few limes in there.
Gorgeous.
So
Lime, a little bit of acid, just that little hit to open up the palate, really help
Yep.
you taste the flavors even more. Yeah.
yep, we love that acidity that just brightens everything
Yeah.
up.
Chef, it's always a pleasure to just
thank
spend
you.
time in the kitchen with you. But honestly, the food that you create is so full of intention and love, and this desire to feed people, like really nourish them and nurture their spirit. And I'm just so grateful for you. Just
Well,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much for your time
Thank
and
you.
for all
It's
that
our
you
pleasure.
contribute.
We're happy to have you.
Okay, I have to go try
Anytime.
this, can I?
Please do, yeah.
Thank
It's all
you.
yours. Thank you.
Taste Utah cares about the health and wellness of our hospitality family. And as a reminder, health insurance is available for you and your family, including medical, dental, vision, life, disability, and Medicare coverage. Learn more by visiting www.hospitality-health.com/URA.
We're down in the hustle and bustle in Provo. We're on University Avenue. We're taking you to another legacy restaurant. We're gonna go visit Communal. They've been pioneering the Utah food, Utah Valley, farm to table movement since the very beginning. We're not letting a little snow stop us, we never do. Let's do it. Chef,
Hey Katie, nice to meet you.
I was here in our very first season and I felt like it was time to come back.
Definitely, we're excited to have you here, and I prepared a table for you.
Awesome, cool. Let me ditch the jacket and
Okay.
then you lead the way.
Okay.
This looks so delicious. Will you tell us what we have in front of us?
Our menu is based on shareable items.
Okay.
And so that way it gives our clientele, our guests, open, wide variety to be able to try things and make along with their own pairings and open up their palates to new experiences. So
Yeah.
our menu consists of starters, then it goes into our proteins, our starches, and then our vegetables. Right over here we have our roasted persimmon salad.
Beautiful.
We roast them with some honey to bring out that natural honey flavor inside of persimmon.
Yeah.
And we serve it with hazelnuts and then pomegranates
Pomegranate
and
seeds?
mint.
Oh, that sounds so yummy. I'm getting right into it.
On our vegetable side, we have Harissa roasted carrots. They're multicolor heirloom carrots, and they're served with a tahini sauce,
Okay.
sunflower seeds, and cilantro. And then one of our really house favorites, which you're getting
I'm
into
about to
right
just
now,
dive right into, okay.
is our honey nut squash. It has a really nice sweet flavor to it, and we
Okay.
roast that with a maple dressing. Then we serve it with a crystallized ginger mascarpone. So mascarpone is Italian cream cheese.
Yeah.
And then we serve it with pepitas and then some red shisho from one of our local providers. Also, one of our starters is the Clifford Farms pork belly.
Okay.
We use their eggs and we use their pork, and here on our menu we feature two cuts of their pork. We use their pork belly,
Okay.
and then we use their pork loin. We serve it with what's called sauce soubise. That is a onion sauce that has been cooked in a bechamel, and then we serve it with a bitter green salad on top, so radicchio and endive.
Love that.
Pickled mustard seeds, and then a Danish rye crisp.
And then are you making the crisp in-house?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I just took some trout,
Sure.
I think. Yeah.
So our trout is from Spring Lake Trout out in Payson.
Okay.
We love using local, and this comes straight to us fresh. No fresher than I've ever seen in any restaurant, being in the business over 30 years. It comes in live. We butcher it right here.
So you're bringing in the whole fish?
We're bringing in the whole fish.
Wow.
Yeah. We serve it with a saffron celery root puree with a brown butter crumble and then some red leaf sorrel.
I love that.
This is our barley risotto, and we use our local mushrooms from Intermountain Gourmet Mushrooms.
We just featured them this season.
But he brings us all different varieties of mushrooms, what he has. It gives our cooks and ourselves to expand on, different mushrooms, to see different products. Some people have never seen a lion's mane mushroom, and it looks like a huge head of cauliflower, and it's very tender, and you can use it versatilely in doing different things. But here we take them and we roast them, and then we fold that into our barley risotto. So we use barley as our grain instead of arborio rice, and we add the cream and the stock and the Parmesan cheese and butter and cook it down as a risotto.
We would be super remiss if we didn't talk about this chocolate lovely dessert.
Yeah, it's our Mano pot de creme, local chocolatier. Art's a great guy. I love talking with Art.
Yeah, he's great.
And so we use his chocolate, and then we make what is called the pot de creme, and then we feature with some of the chips and some Malden salt.
You also have this wonderful beverage menu, so supporting local breweries. It looks like Uinta.
That's one of the biggest things about Communal, is we support local vendors, local purveyors, and try to get as much local. I mean, I would say 90% of our menu and our operation is built on local. Even the plates that we serve our food from are made locally here in Utah from Villa Ceramics in Orem.
All of these different artisans have sprung up because Communal has sort of helped pave the pathway in Utah County. I mean, it's really cool to see what a space like this, which the entire intention was to bring this community together, to see how it has done just that, and then created this beautiful synergy where you have artisans all over now. So earlier this season, we featured Ma's, which is like literally just across the street, and we've been to taste, to check out the chocolate and things that they're doing. And really, this restaurant paved the way for all of that, which is super cool. And it's also fun to see the dynamic changes.
Well, that's what Communal is about. It's a community, right? We have one huge communal table. We're building a community. We're bringing people in from all over so that we can experience and have other people have experiences with local ingredients. I've been in Utah here for 7 years, and just watch it change and expand and grow. And we always loved coming to Communal. This was the place where we came to celebrate anniversaries or birthdays, or I remember coming here and sitting just at that table, where it was just packed together, and now like where, just to the circumstances of the nature of our world, like this has helped keep the same community, but also helps a little bit of a separation to where people can be together, but also feel like they're with, that person on a special date, or, a family celebrating something, but they're next to people, but they're with each other. So it gives it that balance.
This has been such an interesting and fun experience. I would love to get on the other side of that counter and see you make something.
Definitely.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. One of the things that is really extraordinary about your menu is that it really supports people who have dietary restrictions or different choices in their eating habits or even allergies, because you can kind of mix and match and choose your own adventure in a way.
When somebody walks through our door, they're walking into our home. In our day and age where we have gluten allergies and dairy allergies and people eating a certain way, try to help them come in to our restaurant and know that they can come into the doors of Communal and be able to find something off the menu that we can make for them.
I love that. Okay, so what are you going to make for us now?
That's it. We're going to make our gnudi.
Okay.
So I like to call it the sister of gnocchi, or the cousin of gnocchi. The gnudi is made with ricotta
instead of
potato.
Let's do it.
So cool. So we've got our gnudi here.
Love the gnudi.
And we've got some salted boiling water.
Love it.
So we're just going to put these right into our boiling water. We're going to give them a couple of just little minutes to actually fully cook.
Love it.
And this is our gnudi. So we serve it with a Parmesan and black garlic brodo.
Yum.
And so we take vegetable stock that we make in-house. We infuse it with Parmesan Reggiano that we get from Caputo's.
You love that.
And then we take black garlic, which is a fermented garlic, and it's like black as night to the garlic.
It just has a more potent,
Yep.
almost.
And that adds that umami to this broth.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we cook that all down. We boil it, bring it to a boil. We simmer it, let it infuse that flavor of the black garlic and the Parmesan rinds we use. And that's one other thing, like here, like getting the full amount out of your product. So we save the rinds after we use them, the parm that's in there, and then that infuses into our stock.
I love that.
To make our brodo.
It's super sustainable, and also people don't realize that there's so much flavor and like concentrated flavor in that rind that you can pull out through something very simple like putting it in water or a stock.
So we want to just kind of bring this up to a bit of a boil.
Okay.
These noodles are ready, so we'll just use a little strainer here, and then we put them right into our brodo.
Love it. And you don't mind getting a little bit of that pasta water in there because the starch is sort of helps thicken the brodo.
The starch kind of helps thicken it a bit and build that stock there. We've got our nudi.
They tend to be very delicate once they're cooked, right?
So they're just like pillows.
Yeah.
Like just pillows like you would.
You don't want them to fall apart.
You would want to take a nap with them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you eat them and then you definitely want to take a nap.
We just top it off with some arugula and then our Parmesan.
Okay.
We just kind
Slicing
of
it.
Just kind of just straight fresh. And then we're going to take some extra virgin olive oil just for that nuttiness again, the acidity of it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of just hit
Rich
it around.
fattiness, love it.
Add that fat to it, and then you have...
Chef, this looks so beautiful. I mean, this whole experience at Communal is something that's so consistent. The heart and soul, the intention of Communal has always been the same. And we've seen different chefs, we've seen different iterations of the restaurant, but they're always true to wanting to celebrate food, support community, and really be a place for connection over handcrafted and care-filled dishes. You're doing it, you're knocking it out of the park. I'm gonna take that. I am going to enjoy the whole thing. And just thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.